Angry guy here, and women will condemn men walking away. Today we're discussing why women will condemn men for walking away. Also, the passport bros, because the passport bros are just a subsect of the men walking away movement. So, women are getting pissed off. Women are getting very upset. They're realizing that men are leaving and they are not coming back. And they're telling other men that, hey, there is freedom out there. You don't have to be afraid. There is life overseas. There is life out of the country. And women are angry. Women are going, listen, I'm telling you, this is exactly how it's going to go down. We're already seeing the effects of this, but women are going ballistic. This is going to affect greater society as men pull back, as men are choosing not to work. I talked about in another video the effects of when white men walk away from society, white men being the largest group of producers in the United States. When these men say that we're done, and 7 million men are no longer working, okay? And then beyond that, there's an even larger group of men who are only just doing just enough to survive and nothing more. You have to understand that most men don't need a lot to survive. The only reason why we buy new cars and we take on massive amounts of debt in the form of mortgages and even expensive clothing and all this other bullshit, it's peacocking. It's because of women, okay? But for the average guy that doesn't need a lot to survive, the average guy will happily continue to live at home with his mom, all right? Live in a basement, be grateful for that basement, prefer to live in that basement, have some buddies over to come chill in that basement, all right? I'm telling you, like right now, like the older millennials and Gen X, man, that basement is fucking awesome. That basement is fucking awesome. Record collection, put on some Stevie Wonder, some Bob Marley, light up a joint, and just chill, play some Nintendo Switch. Everybody has a controller, or load, or for some of the older guys, maybe load up the old N64. I'm so serious. I am so serious. Dudes is play some Smash Ultimate. Guys, men don't need a lot. Men don't need a lot. Guys will sit around drinking beer and just laughing their asses off, okay? While women are out there wasting all kinds of fucking money. Men are basically like, fuck that shit. Listen, at this point, women seem to think that they're thriving and surviving and all this other bullshit. They're not. They're spending money they don't have. The more they make, the more they spend. That's not how you develop wealth. That's not how you build wealth. That's the reason why you're going to see a lot of guys in the future with a lot of disposable income, even though they're not working much, and women with massive amounts of debt. So even though these women are making lots of money, they're not saving any of that money. And they're taking on debt to furnish these homes. They're taking on debt to purchase these homes. They're not building future wealth that can become generational wealth. All right. They're just, they're like, I'm rich. But this is the thing. Women don't understand the concept of rich and wealth. All right. You can be rich in a moment, but wealth is something that's ongoing. Guys, this is the entire structure of everything is changing around us, and women will condemn men walking away because as men walk away, so do tax revenue. Tax revenue decreases. So what's going to end up happening? That's going to put more burden on women. That's also going to result in more social programs having to be shut down. And I'm going to tell you right now, the programs that are going to go first are going to be programs for women because men don't have a lot of programs. And if they shut down programs for men, there'll just be more homeless men and no one gives a damn. But the problem is that it'll end up making things worse. All right. So what are they going to go for? They're going to start gutting the programs, the excessive fat, and those are going to be programs that primarily women use. All right. It's going to be extraordinary hardship. And when women turn to the government for help and they find out that, living from the government, they give you just enough to survive, but not enough to thrive. And there's all these people looking for handouts like, I want some Section 8. It takes years to get on Section 8. That's why they call it a lottery. They call it a Section 8 lottery because you win the lottery because that's free living right there. So these women are going to be in the masses, in the millions. They're going to be suffering. And a lot of these women also, they're going to turn around and they're like, I have no family. I have no kids. And other women are not going to invite them. And they're like, we don't want you around our kids. Well, you're a 40-something-year-old single woman. What do I want you around my son for? Are you out of your fucking mind? I don't want you around my teenage son, especially after women are seeing like all these women going, being arrested for arrested for, for going after children who are 13 years old and not being prosecuted, mothers are paying attention. They're like, no, I don't want you around. I don't want you around my 13-year-old son. I don't want you around. Yeah, we were good friends. He should call me auntie. Get the fuck out of here. I remember the things you did in college. Like, you're a hoe. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, these women are not. They're gonna find life very, very hard going forward. They're not gonna have kids of their own. They're not gonna have families. Their parents are gonna die eventually. Okay, and it's not going to be easy. They're going to find themselves in a world of isolation. They think their dogs are going to be enough. Their dogs are going to die eventually too. All right, those dogs don't live that long. Give it 7 years, 7 years, 8 years. They're not going to go much longer than that. I mean, it's really not. It's really going to be hard on them. They're gonna condemn men for walking away. They're going to try, they're going to try their bullshit with the man tax. Oh, these men should be taxed for going overseas. They can try whatever the fuck they want to try. Men are just going to keep on walking away. Men are going to walk away. Men are going to men are going to stop going outside. Like, they'll go outside. They'll go buy food. They don't have any hatred towards women. They don't have. It's not that they just don't give a shit anymore. It's not MGTOW. It's literal outright indifference. We don't give a fuck anymore. Like, ladies, we can't be bothered. All right, do what you got to do. Do you, boo? God bless you. All right. I'm just here living my life and living my best life at that. And when we're gonna say you guys are lazy, you have no ambition, do what? And it's like basically dudes are like, he fooled us once. Listen, go fuck your Chad, go fuck your Tyrone, and I'm gonna go play. I'm gonna go play some PlayStation. I'm gonna go play some PlayStation. PlayStation 6 is coming out. And I'm gonna get that shit, and I'm looking forward to the new Crash Bandicoot. I love that shit. I'm just being real with y'all. You're gonna see shit like this, all right? Hit up Tekken. The new Nintendo Switch is coming out. Nintendo Switch 2. 2 has two screens on it. This shit is gonna be lit. I've been waiting for this. It's a combination of the Switch and the Nintendo DS and the 3DS. Boy, I can't wait for this motherfucker. I'm telling y'all, this is motherfuckers are gonna be happy. Steam Deck, the new version of Steam Deck's gonna be coming out. Guys are gonna be focusing on their video games, focusing on electronics, drinking beer, and just enjoying their lives. If they know what's good for them, go to the gym, live well, eat well, sleep well, shit when you want to. Don't have to worry about getting up into those early ass hours of the morning to go work. Fuck that shit, right? Do a little Uber Eats here and there. Boy, you'll be living a good fucking life. You're living a good life, all right? Living a damn good life. See a hooker when you need to see a hooker, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be okay. Fly out of the country. Listen, and you're spending that crazy money. You fly out of the country. You go down to Mexico or you go to Colombia, and you stretch that dollar. You stretch that dollar. And for guys who actually want to get married, go over to the Philippines or one of these other countries, DR, whatever. Or an Eastern European country, set up, lay your oats over there. Sometimes these guys don't even marry. They'll just, they'll have some kids and they'll go and they'll visit their families and they'll come back. And because marriage is overrated, I'm telling y'all, like, this is really it. This is really it. And I'm telling you, these women, they're going to condemn men. They're going to condemn for men They're going to condemn men. MWA, men walking away from Western women and Western societies, and they're going to cry about it. They're going to screech about it, but there's nothing they can really do about it. Because what do men do when women invade their spaces? Men go off and create new spaces. This is what men do. Men will have always walked away, and men will continue to walk away. It's absolutely beautiful. And the irony is, where men go, the women will follow. So these women are going to try to say shit like, "Oh, we'll go overseas too, and we'll form our own lives over there, and blah blah blah." What are you going to do? You're going to go overseas and marry some guy who's like some farmer, like some guy who barely has any cash at farmer. A lot of farmers make good money. I shouldn't even say some farmer. You're going to marry some, I don't want to say peasant, but like you're going to marry some guy who's like making like $600 a month, and that's like big money. That's like a shitload of money over there. Some guy making $300 a month. I mean, come on, And these women are like, "Oh, we want guys who are like over 6 feet, 6'3" minimum for me." And like in the Philippines, the average height is like 5'4". I mean, come on, it's not going to work out for them. It's not going to work out for them, especially the way these women live in these luxurious lives, and they want all this other bullshit. They're not going to be happy over there. They're not going to be happy in the Philippines. There are going to be some women who decide that they're going to try to go overseas and build a life for themselves, buy some land. Good. Hey, I praise those women, but for most women, they're addicted to luxury. They're addicted to luxury. They're not going to go anywhere. They're going to stay in the U.S. They're going to be shrieking and hollering, wasting money on on more shit they don't need, buying brand new cars, buying big houses. They're going to lock them further into massive amounts of debt, even before they've even paid off their student loans. That's another thing right there. And men are just going to keep walking away, like literally on the whole "fuck this shit, I'm out." Anyway, guys, what do you think about this? Do you agree that women will condemn men walking away from society, from Western society and Western women? Let me know what you think in the comments. Will women condemn men for walking away? We'll talk more about it in the comments. Turn on notifications and never miss another video again. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.